Hey everyone, welcome to another video and thank you for tuning in. As always, there's so much going on in the world, like BMW introducing a couple new electric vehicles, Rimac making a fantastic hypercar, and Tesla creating more drama, Lumbar Gate. I think you know what I'm talking about. If not, let's get started. All right, let's start with the Rimac. Oh my goodness, this thing is absolutely amazing. This Rimac is just blistering fast. It's got some hypercar looks, and again, I think this is my dream car. But at 2.4 million, it's going to stay a dream car forever. So yes, it's pricey, but oh my gosh, this thing is just absolutely just killing it. Here's some numbers for it. Again, close to 2,000 horsepower, 1,900 and some change in horsepower. And then you have 2,000 foot-pounds of torque. That is just crazy. 0 to 60 is in 1.8. Quarter mile is in the 8 seconds. So that is definitely Tesla Plaid plus territory. But again, this has the hypercar look. So this will be a competitor for sure to the Roadster. But since that thing is, who knows when that's ever coming out. This thing is on the road right now, just annihilating and dominating hypercars out there. It's pretty crazy to see. And the most interesting part is it's not just off the line. Again, you got to go see this video and see how this thing does in a roll race starting from about 50 miles an hour or so. It's absolutely phenomenal. Now, moving on to BMW, let's start off with the i4. Again, BMW has just released two new electric vehicles. One is the i4 and the other is the iX. Both cars seem like they're going to probably do pretty well. It's a little late to me to bring those cars out, but better late than never, right? So again, the i4, let's start with that, looks to be pretty similar to a 3 Series sedan. Performance-wise, it's right on par with their gas counterparts. For the regular one, I believe it's the 40, is going to be right at 5.5. And then their performance-oriented one, which is the M50, is going to be somewhere about 3.7, 0 to 60. So again, the looks are very in line with their traditional sedans. Now the iX SUV definitely looks to be a more of a departure from their regular styling. So it looks a little more of what you would think that people are doing with electric vehicles. There's some features on it that are, I guess, pretty cool as far as being, environmentally conscious. They are using recycled materials for like their floor mats, and I'm sure for other hard plastic surfaces. They are also using a sustainable wood for some of their parts. So all of that's good to see. But again, that they're doing their part to be carbon neutral. But this is much better than the i3 that they currently have or have been selling for a while. So they're actually producing or going to produce a couple real electric contenders. So good to see that they're joining the game. Now moving on to Tesla. Oh my goodness. If you haven't heard, Lumbar Gate, which is Tesla removing the lumbar support in the passenger seat without telling anybody. That's unfortunate that some people ordered their vehicles thinking that they were going to get this feature, but then ended up not. And again, no one was notified of it other than Elon finally tweeting about it, which is the way most people get Tesla news. But there's the thing with Tesla, right? Their communication skills are absolutely horrible sometimes. So I think had they maybe put out an announcement and said, hey, during this transition time, we're going to, remove this because of this, instead of just quietly doing it and letting a customer find out for themselves that they did not get something that they thought they paid for. Again, a bad look on Tesla, but their communication skills have always been poor, and hopefully moving forward, they get better at it. And I know a lot of people have been saying that, and I know that it never has happened, but Tesla is definitely reaching out to bigger and bigger and more, a larger audience throughout the world. And so as more people come to the brand of Tesla, I think they're going to have to change some of their strategies, or they're going to have a lot of angry people. So that's just my opinion, but we'll see how it goes. Another bad look for Tesla is the price increase. Yes, over the last, since the beginning of the year, I should say, Teslas keep going up in price, and Elon's blaming it on the price increases for raw materials. So that's probably true, but there again, just to quietly do it and not say anything, and you just go online and you see that it's gone up is always shocking, right? Again, communication, that would help. The other thing that's supposedly, and this is just a rumor, going up is FSD. There was a rumor that it might go up to $14,000. Really? At that point, is that even something that people would consider? $14,000. I thought it was bad at 10, but at $14,000, that's almost like having a dependent. You need that $14,000 to be earning you money. You put that in the stock market or some other place. Anyway, it just seems like an awful lot of money for something that truly has not reached its potential. But we'll see, but again, I don't know. This whole thing, is it really starting to look bad for Tesla? I mean, what do you think? Is this something that they need to reel in and figure out how to maybe have a PR department finally and start putting this information out so people aren't as shocked or upset when they hear it? Or do you think that everybody's just going to continue to tolerate this? So let me know what you guys think. On a more positive note, Tesla looks like it's partnering up with AMD, and they're going to have the RDNA 2 chips and everything in the Model S and X, which is going to provide a lot of gaming power for the Model S and X, which I don't quite understand. I mean, granted that you need something to do when you're at the charging stations, and that this is going to be great that you can play some phenomenal games. But that seems like an awful big investment to me to just have some great graphics. Do you think there's more to it? I kind of feel like maybe that these are extremely powerful chips that can run some other things in the background to maybe help with FSD or some other things that are necessary in the vehicles. But I don't know. That just, again, seems like an awful lot of money and computing power just to make people happy at the charging stations, primarily. And don't get me wrong, I guess maybe it could be for the App Store or some other features that maybe the Cybertruck needs, as well as, I don't know. But what do you guys think? But at least it's coming and it's official. AMD announced it, and now we'll have fantastic gaming in the S and X. If you're lucky enough to purchase those flagship models, you're going to have a great time at the charging stations. And then the last bit about Tesla is that they have filed for a patent for a restaurant, possibly in Santa Monica, where they're going to have a whole bunch of V3 charging stations. They'll also have maybe a diner and some cool, movie clips, drive-in kind of style thing going. That would be really cool. Maybe you can put one in California and one here in Florida, and that way you'd have both coasts covered, and I could participate. I would love to do a drive-in with Tesla. But Anyway, they look like they're getting into the restaurant business, which is something that Elon's always wanted to do. And I guess even now, 3 years later, from his initial tweet about it, it's still on his mind, and it's finally gonna get some momentum and happen. So we'll wait to see if it all comes to be, and I'm interested to see what kind of food they serve. And on a personal note, I finally got a response from Tesla, confirmed my appointment for the 12th of June to put in the pedestrian warning system. Now, they've given me a quote of $219 to have it done, and that's without tax, and also some credit for Uber or Lyft in order to get me back home that day. So, because I got to do some other things that day, and I asked for a loaner vehicle, but apparently they don't have one for that day. So instead, they said they would give me some ride-sharing credits. So we'll see how all this goes. And again, I'm just curious to see, you know, the service experience with this. So if you're interested in that, please come back for that video. And that's pretty much it for today. So again, as always, go to your car meets, have fun with your mods, and enjoy what you have. Thank you, everyone, and we'll see you on the next video.